When Thomas puffed along his branch line, he always looked forward to something special. The sight of the
river. As he rolled over the bridge, he would see fishing. Thomas often wanted to stay and watch, but his driver said no. What would Hat say if we were late? Every time he met another engine, he would say, "I want to fish." But they all had the same answer.
Engines don't go fishing.
Silly stick in the stick, thought Thomas. One day he stopped as usual to take in water at the station by the river. Out of muds. Bother, said Thomas. I'm out of thirst. Never mind, said his driver. We'll order water from the
McDonald's.
They found a bucket and some rope and a bucket and some rope and a bucket and some rope and went to the bridge. Then the driver let the bucket down to the water. The bucket was old and had 5 holes. So they had to fill it, pull it up, fill it, and empty it into Thomas's tank as quickly as they could. Several times over. They finished at last. That's good, puffed Thomas, and Annie and Clarabelle ran happily behind. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Suddenly, Thomas began to feel a pain in his boiler. Steam began to hiss from his safety in an alarming way. There's too much steam, said his driver. Oh dear, groaned Thomas. I'm going to burst. I'm going to... They damped down his fire and struggled on. I've got such a pain. I've got such a pain, Thomas hissed. They stopped just outside the last station, uncoupled Annie and Clarabelle, and ran Thomas, who was still hissing fit to burst, on a siding right out of the way. I'm going to burst. 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 Then while the conductor telephoned for an engine inspector, the driver found notices in large letters, which he hung on Thomas in front and behind. Dane, keep away. Soon the inspector and some Hat arrived. Cheer up, Thomas, they said. We'll soon put you right. The driver told them what had happened. So the feed is blocked, said the inspector. I'll just look in the tanks. He climbed up and peered in. Then he came down. Excuse me, sir. Please look in the tank and tell me what you see. Certainly, Inspector, replied Top Hat. He clambered up, looked in, and nearly fell off in surprise. Inspector, he whispered, can you see fish? Gracious goodness me, how did the fish get there, driver? We must have fished them from
McDonald's,
replied Thomas's driver. Well, Thomas, so you and your driver have been fishing, but fish don't suit you. We must get them out. They all took turns at fishing in the tank, while Top Hat looked on and told them how to do it. When they had caught all the fish, they had a lovely picnic supper of fish.
That was good,
said Sir Topham Hatt. But fish don't suit you, Thomas, so you mustn't do it again. No, sir, I won't, said Thomas sadly. Engines don't go fishing. It's too uncomfortable.